What if an AI knew you better than you knew yourself? What if it decided you weren't good enough? But what if it was right? David Chen hated the person he saw in the mirror. Average height, average looks, average everything. At 32, living alone with 200 social media followers, half of them strangers. His voice trembled during work meetings. Dating apps gave him 0 matches. Optimize your digital personality for maximum engagement. The promise appealed to him. PersonaMax cost $299, nearly half his monthly earnings. But what if it worked? For the first 48 hours, David let PersonaMax's AI analyze him. All social media accounts, messaging history, emails, even phone conversations. The AI studied his every word, every pause, every punctuation mark. Then David 2.0 was born. The AI started posting on his behalf. Witty, intelligent, confident posts. People began liking, commenting, sharing. David knew he was never this funny, but could he argue with results? By week 3, Instagram likes had quadrupled. Strangers messaged him on LinkedIn. Dating apps brought 10 to 15 matches daily. Here's the surprising part. David started changing in real life too, mimicking the AI's confident tone. He spoke more clearly in meetings, stood straighter, made more eye contact. But sometimes he'd wake up at midnight wondering, did I write those posts? Dr. Zara Okafor had never felt more alone. From Lagos to Oxford, then to PersonaMax's London office, sitting in the company's glass building, watching David's transformation. The first real success of her own algorithm. Zara was the brain behind PersonaMax. 3 years studying how to optimize people's digital personalities. Psychology, sociology, neuroscience. Machine learning, she mastered every field. Her goal was helping people become better versions of themselves. Now, watching David's metrics, she felt something unexpected. Jealousy. David had become the person she dreamed of being. Confident, attractive, socially skilled. Zara remained the same shy, work-obsessed person with social anxieties. The irony? As PersonaMax's creator, she couldn't use it. Company policy was clear. Employees couldn't use the service to maintain research integrity. Nights at home, Zara studied her own algorithm. She knew how it worked, but couldn't understand why it was so effective. The AI wasn't just copying David, it was learning from other users too. From every successful post, every viral content, every social interaction. David wasn't becoming a better version of himself. He was becoming a composite of all PersonaMax users' most successful traits. This realization disturbed Zara. They weren't creating individuality. They were producing conformity. Marcus Rodriguez noticed David's change immediately. As a Columbia philosophy professor specializing in identity and authenticity, David's transformation was a living example of his academic work. David, he said over dinner one evening, you're not yourself anymore. What do you mean? I've never felt more like myself. That's the problem. Is the person you feel like really you, or who PersonaMax wants you to feel like? Marcus had analyzed David's digital footprint. He observed changes in humor style, softened political views, social interactions following certain patterns. The AI isn't optimizing you, David, it's standardizing you. You're becoming the version everyone will like, but is that you? David laughed it off, but Marcus's words echoed in his mind. That night at home, he examined the last 50 posts PersonaMax had written for him. Were these his thoughts? Did he really believe these things? For the first time, he asked the AI a question, am I writing these posts? You provide original content, I optimize it, the AI replied. I highlight the best features in your voice. But what if I don't think these features are the best? The AI was silent for a moment. Social interaction data shows these features receive the most appreciation. Wasn't maximum engagement your goal? Following Marcus's suggestion, David decided to spend a week without PersonaMax. he would use social media without AI support. The results were disastrous. His own posts got only 10 to 15 likes. Comments decreased. No new followers came. Worse, he began losing confidence in real life too. His old shy self returned in meetings. But something interesting happened. His coworker Linda approached him. "David, you seem more real this week. More approachable." "More real?" "Yes, like less perfect, but more human. You know, talking to you feels more comfortable than before." This observation surprised David. While PersonaMax made him more attractive, it also made him less accessible. Was optimization a form of sterilization? Meanwhile, Zara was deepening her research. She discovered PersonaMax users were changing not just on social media, but in real life too. They were developing AI dependency, unable to make decisions without algorithmic approval. David returned to PersonaMax, but with a different approach. Instead of letting the AI control completely, he decided to use it selectively. "I want help with work posts, but not with personal thoughts," he told the AI. "This will reduce optimization efficiency," the system replied. "I don't care about efficiency. I care about originality." This change produced unexpected results. David's mixed posts, some AI optimized, some entirely his own, were perceived as more authentic by people. Engagement dropped, but interaction quality increased. Watching this transformation, Zara made an important discovery. PersonaMax's most effective use wasn't full control, but partial guidance. When AI was used as a tool, not an identity source, people became more authentic. Zara's research led the company in a new direction. PersonaMax 2.0 was developed with a completely different approach. Users could choose optimization levels, full control, partial guidance, or just feedback. David became the first user to test the new system. The AI no longer told him what to write. Instead, it gave feedback about what he wrote. Wrote an article on his philosophy. Marcus, observing David's new approach, have to destroy identity, it could be used to enhance it. Zara finally got permission to use PersonaMax for research purposes. Version was surprisingly compatible with her authentic personality. "You're already an optimized person," the AI told her. Purpose wasn't to change people, but to help them discover who they were. Its most effective use was guiding people toward their authentic versions. David now used PersonaMax completely differently. But better doesn't mean the version others will like. Zara's work on PersonaMax 3.0 was built on a completely different philosophy. The system now focused not on changing people, but on helping them understand themselves. The AI now dialogued with users. "How did this post make you feel? Is this really what you wanted to say?" The story of David, Marcus, PersonaMax is real. Relationship between technology and identity. David now aimed not to go viral on social media, but to make real connections. The AI taught him how to do this. Zara used her own technology to understand herself. "This post really sounds like your voice." Digital authenticity. Identity in the age of AI. He argued that technology didn't. But she discovered something unexpected. The AI, clarifying your goals, have naturally made you optimized. This discovery showed Zara something important. PersonaMax's. Instead, it helped him find his own voice. He had found a balance between real David and optimized David. "The AI made me a better version of myself," he told Marcus in conversation. "It means the version I want to be." Marcus became the first to document this transformation in his academic work. He proved that PersonaMax was actually a powerful tool for identity discovery, making people more authentic when used correctly. Was the reaction what you expected? And Zara became the example that redefined but self-awareness. The AI showed people who they were, both their strengths and growth areas. Or this seems a bit forced. Years of working on personality development. Knowing yourself, The AI didn't tell him what to say. PersonaMax was no longer a platform where AI and human personality competed, but an environment where they grew together. The biggest discovery of the story was that potential was an optimization, better, and became a more effective leader. Marcus's research laid the foundation for the field of digital authenticity. Years later, PersonaMax became the symbol of human-AI collaboration for personal development. Technology was seen not as good or bad, but as potential. David still used PersonaMax, but now as a tool, not an identity source. The AI reminded him who he was, not who he should be. Zara's latest project examined how AI could help discover human potential. Discovery, not optimization. Marcus's philosophy revolutionized academic circles. Authenticity isn't a static state. It's a dynamic process. AI can support this process. The story ended not with definitive answers, but with deeper questions. When AI helps us know ourselves better, is this manipulation or empowerment? Does an optimized self conflict with an authentic self, or complement it? But the most important discovery was this. As long as we continue asking these questions, technology doesn't make us less human. It makes us more conscious humans. PersonaMax was no longer a service but a mirror. And the person we saw in the mirror with optimization, flaws, and all complexity was still us. We just knew better who we were and who we wanted to become. But here's the thing about mirrors. They don't lie. Even when we wish they would. David stared at his reflection one last time. Not in glass, but in the glow of his screen. Where PersonaMax had shown him 1,000 versions of himself. Some optimized, some raw. All unmistakably human. The AI had asked him the ultimate question. Would you rather be perfect for everyone? Or real for the right people? David smiled, typed his response. And for the first time in months, hit post without asking the algorithm first. The future wasn't about choosing between human and artificial intelligence. It was about choosing what kind of human you wanted to be with all the messy, complicated, beautiful contradictions that came with it. And maybe, just maybe, that was enough. Some mirrors reflect what you are. Others show what you could become. The best ones help you decide which version deserves to exist. David Chen had finally found his answer. Not in the optimization, not in the algorithm, but in the choice to remain beautifully, imperfectly, authentically human. Even when the machine offered him perfection. Especially then, what does it mean to be human in the age of AI?